Come and see us now, 'cause you're gonna love the wow at Bear's Den. Come and see us now, 'cause you're gonna love the wow at Bear's Den.
B&M Performance Cycles, 439 South Main Street, Messina, New York. We handle all parts, accessories, and do all repairs. We can custom build your bike for show or hot rod. We also do New York State inspections on all motorcycles. B&M Performance Cycles. Come see us today.
Modifying Sap started won the feature here this afternoon. In alongside him, it will go the 88 of Robinson, Harley Brown, Green on the field here as we get away. Scott Waldruff, your race leader now, as he's going to have some strong contention from Cap. Cap looking to the inside. Sap, rather. Sap looks to the inside going into turn 3. Waldruff to the top side. Sap gets a little squirrely coming into 4, regroups it, comes back around. Sap has found the fast way around this racing surface. He won the feature earlier this afternoon. 6 laps the distance for the Mod Lights here this evening. As now Sap has broken away with about a 5-car length lead on Scott Waldruff. Here comes Matthew Robinson to the top side as well. He's going to compete with Waldruff coming out of 4 for that number 2 position. Not going to be able to reel him in on this lap. 2 laps in here. So far, so good for Sap. Trying to make a clean sweep tonight here at the Mohawk International Raceway is Sap. Waldruff rides in second. Robinson now going to take a peek to the inside as they enter turn 2. Waldruff going to put his machine right on the bottom of the racing surface coming out of turn 4. He'll hang on for the number 2 spot. Now Robinson peaks once again. You got to wonder if he's setting him up for the inside-outside move coming out of 2. As now riding back, it is Caswell and that number. Cody Fleming in the 08 now. Puts the move on Matthew Robinson in the turn 4. Gets that number 3 spot away from him. Fleming now sets his sights on the 60 of Scotty Waldruff. Waldruff rides in second. Down to the backstretch will go Sap in that number 1 position, number 1 car. 4 laps in. 2 more laps remaining here for the Mod Lights. As now we've got 3 cars vying for that number 2 spot. Waldruff along with Fleming and Robinson. Scott Waldruff going to have his hands full here for this final lap of the first Mod Light heat here tonight. As now to the outside. Here comes Fleming. Down to the backstretch will go Cody Fleming. Pulls alongside Waldruff for that number 2 spot. Waldruff on the bottom. Robinson, the best seat in the house to watch this one. Coming out of turn 4. It is Fleming along with Waldruff at the line. It will be Fleming. Well, breaking away, it is the 30 machine here. As we're going to wait to get a driver name on that. As riding in second, it is Dan Reef, Jim Bodette in that number 3 spot. Reef now to the high side. Here comes Bodette down low, looking to get past Reef for that spot. Is now drifting up in the track as LaFramboy gets into the side of the 48 machine. And the 48 able to break away here. To the bottom goes Bodette. Reef got his hands full here. To the outside will go Brian Green. He is here for that TUSA Mod Light Series race tonight. 25 laps coming up for these speedsters later on. The race to watch is for that number 2 spot. 3 wide coming out of turn 4. Bodette and Reef. Green now will clear Reef for that number 3 spot. Green's going to set his sights on the number 2 position, currently held by the 12 of Jim Bodette. Down to the high side as they enter into turns 3 and 4. Brian Green and Bodette are going to swap lanes. Green likes it on the bottom. He's going to drift up just ever so slightly. Can't maintain the RPMs. Got to get out of the gas. The 12 of Bodette will maintain his position here. As now 3 laps in, 3 laps remaining here for the Mod Lights. The 30, I do believe, is Régent Lemieux. As Lemieux rides in that number 1 spot. As Bourget and Green continue to battle for that number 2 position. Lemieux all alone and up front by himself. High, wide, and handsome. Coming out of turn 2. Brian Green with the number 2 position as he took it away from Bourget early on. The 48 machine of Raphael Furlan rides then in that number 4 spot. 1 lap remaining. 1 lap remaining on the field here for the Mod Lights. Lemieux looks to have this deal all sealed up here tonight. Lemieux back to the bottom side. Brian Green desperately going to try to reel him in here. They got one more turn to make. Not going to happen on this night, as it is Lemieux will come away with a checkered flag, followed by the 1 machine of Brian Green, 10 of Lisa Thomas, Jim Bourget, Sylvain Laframboy, and Dan Reef, Dean Pronovost.
Solid showing up there as he campaigns regularly with us at the Brockville Speedway in his 358 modified. So Joe Banks looking for good things in this late model. Off of corner number 4, green flag is out. Art Halliday way out of shape on the front. But they straighten themselves out and off into corners 1 and 2 for the first time. It will be the 18 of Beardsley grabbing the early race lead down the back straightaway. Second is Rick Miller, and then from there on back it is anybody's race. Kaylee Weiss trying to get to the outside of Art Halliday coming into turns 3 and 4. A.J. Kingsley and Greg Bellier looking to move up. But up in front, Sean Beardsley has had his way with the rest of the field all day today, and right now he's having his way in heat number 1, and Kaylee Weiss goes around right in front of Art Halliday and collects him in turn number 4. Joe Banks able to get by. Caution flag will wave here, and Rick Miller in the 98. Outside of that front row, A.J. Kingsley, Greg Bellier, Tim Sears Jr., your top 5. Off of corner number 4, they will fire right at the VP Racing Fuels making power point. Green is in the air. We're off and running. Up in a 1 and 2 they go. Rick Miller looks to get to the top side to try to get by Beardsley, but Sean Beardsley has been strong on the inside part of the speedway, and he will take away the number 1 spot. Now Greg Bellier starts to move forward as well in the 25 machine. He's right there up underneath Rick Miller off of corner number 4 and down the front straightaway with the 3T of Tim Sears Jr. He's had a lot of laps here this afternoon and right into the evening running the dirt car Big Block Modified Series as well, and right now rides in 4th in this Go Nuclear Late Model Division. A.J. Kingsley back there in the 5th spot. Joe Banks has crawled up from the back of the field. He rides in spot number 6. Working it up off of turn number 4. Beardsley halfway sign is out. 5 in. 5 more to go. Greg Bellier holds down the number 2 spot with Tim Sears Jr. right there in spot number 3 as he gets around the outside of Rick Miller going into turns 3 and 4. So Sears on the charge late in the going here in this one. 6 laps left to go. Or 6 laps complete, I should say, and Sean Beardsley now has Greg Bellier right there with him. This is something that Beardsley has not seen all day long, and that is pressure, and Greg Bellier looking to close in and take the lead away. Down into turns 3 and 4 they go. Sean Beardsley on the bottom. Greg Bellier has put that car to the top side of the speedway, and he has found something up there. 3 laps left to go, and he's alongside of Sean Beardsley coming down into turns 1 and 2. Bellier on the top side, Beardsley down low. Drag race down into turns 3 and 4. New leader into turn 3. It's Bellier on the top side. Here comes Beardsley back after him in corner number 4, but it's Greg Bellier at the line. 2 laps left to go, and the 25 of Bellier, your new race leader, going down into turn number 1. 18 of Beardsley riding in that second spot. Sears is in third. The 98 of Miller rides in spot number 4. Then it's A.J. Kingsley completing the top 5. White flag will be displayed this time by, and Greg Bellier in the number 25 machine works it down into turns 1 and 2, and Beardsley relegated to second, trying to run him back down to get the lead away. 2 laps left to go, or excuse me, 2 car lengths separate the top 2 drivers. Final time into turns 3 and 4, and Greg Bellier will grab heat number 1 for the Go Nuclear Late Model Series Sean Beersley will come home in second. 3T of Tim Sears Jr. comes home into third. Fourth will be Rick Miller in the 98. A.J. Kingsley comes home in fifth. In the 3K, 75 of Joe Banks. Joe Hall in the 38 along with Kaylee Weiss.
Twin Leaf Fresh Express is the smart choice for feel-good, fresh food that's ready when you are. The first convenient stop in Hogansburg when driving from Messina. A food court with free Wi-Fi and plenty of room to lounge with family and friends or eat on the run. Menu items with only the freshest ingredients. Wings, pizza, salads, and sandwiches with lunch specials posted daily on Facebook. And don't forget dessert. Over 20 flavors of ice cream, shakes, slushies, and frozen yogurt. Twin Leaf Fresh Express, the smart choice for feel-good, fresh food that's ready when you are.
Fox Hill Golf and Country Club has an early bird special that will save you money. Monday through Thursday, tee off by 11 a.m. and get 11 holes of golf with the cart for $20 or 11 holes walking for $10. Make a date on Friday. All day he pays and she plays for free. Don't forget the large driving range and practice putting green. And as always, Canadian money is at par. Supporting a green agenda, Wiley Trash Removal has been serving the community for over 40 years. Wiley Trash Removal also recycles cardboard and paper. Call 315-764-0038.
Elmer Stevenson in that one machine. Second row will go the 10 of Darren Peters in the one. Darren Peters in the number one machine. Thank you very much. Fink off to the early race lead now. Being pursued here by the 55 of Rayner. The race for the number 3 position is to watch between Peters and the machine of Phil Potts. As now the battle for that number 2 spot is the one to watch between Fink and Potts. Drifting back a little bit on this one now is here comes Adam Turner though. Adam Turner into that number 4 spot. As he'll come around out of turn number 4 as he's battling up here now as Peters is really taking charge and command of this number 2 spot. Up front, Fink running a very strong heat race here this evening. Looked pretty good in the heat and feature this afternoon. He is just floorboarding and around this racing track here tonight. To the top side goes Fink. Not a problem for him. All alone up front. Peters now, that number 2 spot. Got his hands full here with Rayner. Rayner rides in third. Fink, though, look at him go down with the backstretch. As now Fink just dancing around, tiptoeing, dancing with the devil, if you will, on the top shelf, coming out of turn 4. Peters and Rayner, followed by the 29 machine of Phil Potts and the 12 machine. Correction on that one. So coming out of 4, it is Fink. Halfway home for him. 10 laps the distance here for the late models in their heat race affair. Tell you what, folks, you're watching Fink put on a driving performance here. He has taken the rest of this field to school here tonight. Watch how he sets it up in the turns, lay off the accelerator, comes out of 4, smashes the gas, straightens the machine back out as he heads into turn number 1. Fink down to the backstretch, followed here by Peters and that number 1 machine, Darren Peters. The 55 of Rayner rides in third. Fink now, 7 laps in, 3 laps remaining for him. Peters got company as Rayner takes a peek to the inside, going into turn 1. Peters to the top side. Here comes Rayner on the bottom shelf, down to the backstretch. They'll fire. Fink up all by himself. And then that number 1 spot got a little loose, a little out of shape going into turn 3. Straightens around coming out of turn 4. Can Peters hang on and hold off the hard-charging 55 of Rayner? This time drives right down to the bottom of the racing surface, giving Rayner no room, no love there shown. Fink now. Look to go put Sopaz a lap down, coming out of turn number 4. 1 lap remaining now. That's Fink. He'll enter in the turn one to the top side. Peters breaking away from a little bit from Rayner. Down to the backstretch will go Fink. He gets a great run coming out of two each and every time. Into turn three will go Fink. Fink to the top side. Going to ease off the accelerator now. He'll hit the go fast pedal. Coming around for the checkered flag. It is Kyle Fink. Followed by the one of Darren Peters. The 55 of Rayner and the 92 machine of Adam Turner. And the 20.
And we've got debris on the back straightaway. You can see it just. So, set to go, third and final qualifying heat for the Go Nuclear Late Model Series. Dave McDonald and Mike Trapp lead him down to the green flag. We're off and running. Up at the corners 1 and 2 for the first time. It will be the 97 of McDonald, about the 70 of Trapp, looking to get his second heat win of the day. And Jordan Peters just put a move on Billy Isley to get down to the bottom to pick off fourth. Isley will now jump to the top side part of the speedway off of corner number 4 and down the front straightaway in that number 18. And he is working the top shelf pretty strong out there. Lap 1 already in the record books right now. 5 cars grouped together coming off of corner number 2 and down the back straightaway. Mike Trapp is your early race leader. Matt Vanderlyn, in a Brayton Speedway regular as well, jumps right through the middle, trying to go 3 wide coming up off the corner. They straighten it out to 2 wide this time by, as the 97 of McDonald holds down the lead. 70 of Trapp is second. The 09 of Vanderlyn and Peters in that 4th spot. Isley completes the top 5. Then it's Talbot, Caswell, Sopaz rounding out the rest of your field as they make their way into corners 3 and 4 rather. And up on the top side of the speedway comes Mike Trapp in the number 70, and he has the top spot at the line with Dave McDonald right there beside him, and McDonald able to slide up in front of him for a moment. Here comes Trapp back to the top side, and Matt Vanderlyn holds down that 3rd spot. Jordan Peters right there in spot number 4 as the top 2 drivers working up off of corner number 4, still side by side at the line. Dave McDonald will lead that lap at lap number 4. The 97 of McDonald, 70 of Trapp holds down second. Top 4 broken away now as Billy Isley is faded to 5th here. And Dale Caswell trying to find some room to go forward in the number 19, but off of corner number 4. Great battle from the top 4 spots out here. And they have been wheel to wheel and side by side. Right to the halfway point here. Dave McDonald slides up in front. Here comes Jordan Peters in a bit for the lead. We're 3 wide on the backstretch. And we get it down to 2 wide before we get into turn number 3. And Dave McDonald now trying to hold off Mike Trapp for the top spot. And Matt Vanderlyn is going to make it 3 wide down the front straightaway. And this is quite a battle out here between the top 4 drivers. And we're still 3 wide going into turn 2. Dave McDonald has gotten out to the early advantage, but here comes Jordan Peters and Mike Trapp trying to get through. And we're still 3 wide going into turns 3 and 4. Side by side by side off of corner number 4. And Mike Trapp backs out, allowing Matt Vanderlyn to get up to the number 2 spot. 7 laps are complete in this 10-lap heat event, 3rd and final one of the day. And Vanderlyn goes around with help from McDonald. Mike Trapp goes around. And wow. So the top 4 drivers right there all comes. Time trials went to Dave Marcaccelli at 20.05. And will lead him to the green in heat number 4. Ready to complete heat number 3 for the Go Nuclear Late Model Series. Green flag is out. Mike Trapp is into the lead, and we got problems on the front stretch. We got the 09 of Matt Vanderlyn in around. The 2XR has looped it around as well. Jordan Peters into the mix to go back under green. 3 laps left to go. Mike Trapp trying to grab another heat win here today, but Billy Isley has been strong in that number 18. We'll see what he has left. Off of corner number 4 we go. Green is back out. We're underway. And Mike Trapp will bring it down to the inside, and here comes Dale Caswell. The R19 moves to the top side of the speedway. Dave Talbot trying to move forward as well in the 10T, and he does so, getting by Kyle Sopaz for that position. Meanwhile, up at the front of the field, Mike Trapp is on a rail. Down on the inside part of the speedway, he's opened up about 3 car lengths on that battle for second, which has Dale Caswell to the outside. Billy Isley down low, and Caswell will take the number 2 spot. Isley trying to fight back on the bottom in turn number 2. No such luck that time. We got a great drive coming into turn number 3. Trying to get alongside of Caswell, coming up off of corner number 4 and down the front straightaway. White flag is in the air for Mike Trapp. As Isley back down to the bottom. He is alongside of Caswell, but Dale pulls away in turn number 1. Slips up a little bit in turn 2, and Isley back to the inside. A great battle for second. 3 wide coming off of turn 2 for fourth. As we straighten it out, single file into turns 3 and 4. Checkered flag waves. Mike Trapp will get the win. Second at the stripe will go to Billy Isley. Third will be Caswell. Talbot to fourth. Dave McDonald rounds out the top.
Come and see us now, 'cause you're gonna love the wow at Bear's Den. Come and see us now, 'cause you're gonna love the wow at Bear's Den.
Hey kids, do you know where Cubby and T-Bear live?
Bear's Den!
If you said Bear's Den, you're right. Bear's Den is the home of Cubby's Birthday Club, a special club for just kids. Bear's Den has a Cubby's menu just for you with yummy meals and awesome desserts. And for your birthday, you get a special treat from Cubby. Joining Cubby's Club, you'll get invited to Cubby's parades, events, and contests all over town. Cubby's Birthday Club at Bear's Den Restaurant in Hogansburg, New York, the home of Cubby and T-Bear.
To come in out of 4. Pelche along with Wheeler. Wheeler fires now. Green flag going to be displayed by Austin Swamp. Wheeler will take you into turn 1, followed by Pelche. To his inside, Tyler Meeks in the 17 takes a peek, but coming back onto the high side for that number 3 spot is Chris Herbison. Herbison now rides in the 3rd spot, looking to get around the 92 of Pelche. Wheeler's going to keep his machine down on the bottom, coming out of 4, but here comes Herbison. The hard-charging Chris Herbison to the top side of the speedway as he goes into turn 1. Pulls alongside the 92 of Martin Pelche. He has run all over the northeast this past summer, the 92 of Martin Pelche. But Chris Herbison as well, a very impressive resume on him. As he goes to the high side, they are running wheel to wheel for that number 2 spot. Corey Wheeler likes what he sees behind him. Have at it, boys. I'm up here in the number 1 spot. Down to the backstretch now, as it'll be Herbison able to pull along past Pelche. He's going to go the long way around the racing service as he heads into turn 4. Corey Wheeler sticks his machine onto the bottom. 3 laps in, 5 remaining. Herbison now able to keep the momentum up on the top shelf where Mama keeps the peanut butter as he goes down the backstretch looking to reel in the 47 of Corey Wheeler. Herbison to the top side. Wheeler on the bottom. Here comes Chris Herbison out of 4, looking to get by the 47 machine in that giant tagger of Corey Wheeler. Herbison pulls up alongside. They are Nerf bar to Nerf bar coming down to the backstretch out of 2. We've got halfway home here for the Sportsman. To the top side, it is Herbison. Wheeler on the bottom coming out of 4. Chris Herbison hits the go loud pedal at the line. Yes, sir, Chris Herbison, your new race leader for lap number 4. We are 3 laps away here from completing heat number 1. Herbison on the top side. Here comes Wheeler fighting back down on the bottom. Herbison likes what he sees on the top shelf. Lots of bite, able to plant that machine hard into the corners. Herbison will lead that lap as well. 2 laps remaining for Chris Herbison. Back to the bottom will go Corey Wheeler coming out of 2. Wheeler starting to gain some momentum himself. Down to the backstretch will go the 47 of Wheeler. Herbison back to the top side. Going into 3, now coming out of 4. Here comes Corey Wheeler on the bottom. He smashes the gas pedal as well. 1 lap remaining. They're side by side for this heat race. Look at Corey Wheeler. He pulls up alongside and blows past Chris Herbison on the backstretch. It is Corey Wheeler down on the bottom, looking to pick up the heat race number 1. To the top side goes Herbison. Now, Corey Wheeler out of turn number 4. Corey Wheeler picks up heat race win number 1. Followed by Chris Herbison, the 92 of Pelche, this 52 of Jessica Power, and the 17 of Tyler Meek.
Machine 24, Brandon Easy in the 06, Gary Lindbergh in the 28, Ricky Thompson the 53, Cody McPherson the 7, 1X and Nolan Swamp, Steve Barber in the 80, Sebastian Bork the 48, 27 of Sheldon Hugworth completes your field. 8 laps the distance, top 5 qualify, 3 redraw, and right now Devin Carone and Matthew Desjardins going at it for the number 1 and 2 spots, and it's the 24 of Carone up to the number 1 spot. Field heading down the front straightaway. Gary Lindbergh in that 28 has the third and final redraw spot at this time, and Brandon Easy has jumped up into spot number 4. Here comes Cody McPherson after him in the number 7 machine, current points leader in this Dirt Car Sportsman Series as they make their way up into turns 3 and 4. Devin Carone has the lead coming down the front straightaway. And Devin earlier this afternoon actually ran that very same Sportsman car against the big blocks in 358 modifieds and ran very, very well out there. Was actually close to a qualified spot in the consolation event before he was relegated to a 6th place finish. But a strong drive out there for Devin Carone as he leads the way coming up off the Jardin holds down second. Then it's Brandon Easy, Gary Lindbergh, Ricky Thompson. That's your top 5 at this time. Of course, a lot of guaranteed starters in this field. Cody McPherson, the points leader, coming into today's action as he rides in that number 7 spot. He is guaranteed into the feature by virtue of leading the points. Off of corner number 4 goes Devin Carone. Down front straightaway, the 3 of Desjardins, regular runner at Granby and Drummond, holds down spot number 2. Brandon Easy, regular at the Merrittville Speedway, holds down spot number 3. That is the final redraw spot. Meanwhile, going on in turns 3 and 4, the battle for the final transfer position is looking pretty good as Nolan Swamp has the top side of the speedway to himself. Ricky Thompson down low and give the spot to Nolan Swamp at lap number 5. And Swamp has the 5th and final transfer spot at this time. Down the back straightaway they go. Thompson relegated to 6th. Steve Barber now charging around Cody McPherson to pick up 7th. Down into turns 3 and 4 they go. 2 laps left to go for Devin Carone, who's had the lead from the drop of the green flag from his outside pole position. And Matthew Desjardins has had nothing for him so far. White flag will be displayed this time by. And Devin Carone looking fairly strong here in the late going of this one. White flag is out. And a full straightaway advantage back to Matthew Desjardins in second. Brandon Easy is third. That is the final redraw position. Gary Lindbergh and Nolan Swamp hold down the final transfer spots. Down into turns 3 and 4 for the final time. Checkered flag will wave, and Devin Carone's sportsman career is looking pretty bright right now. Off the turn, he will grab the win in heat number 2 for the Dirt Car Sportsman Series. Desjardins to second. Brandon Easy will go to the redraw. 28 of Gary Lindbergh, the 1X of Nolan Swamp. They will all go to the feature event.
Along with Wyatt Mullen, Neil Provost.
Super family, though. Real nice.
The R70 Arpanet, and along with Louis Jackson Jr. looking for that green flag. We got a green flag coming out of 4. Here comes Louis Jackson Jr. as he takes it into turn number 1. To the top side will go Arpanet. Arpanet not able to maintain his momentum as he's going to back out of it just ever so slightly, but that'll open up the door on the inside here for the 5 of Wyatt Mullen. Wyatt Mullen, the man on the move, along with the 74 of Provost. Louis Jackson Jr. leading that lap, 19.871 for him. That's 73 miles an hour for the 18 machine of Louis Jackson Jr. Arpanet rides now in second spot, but here comes Wyatt Mullen on the inside. Mullen takes that number 2 spot away. Look out, here comes Neil Provost to the top side as well. The 70X of Andrew Fish, who's gotten more and more comfortable with that machine week after week here at Mohawk International Raceway. Louis Jackson Jr., a rocket ship on rails coming out at 4 for the 18 as he has led every single lap here. 3 laps in, 5 laps remaining for the sportsman. Wyatt Mullen rides in second. Provost in third. Arpanet has slipped back to that number 4 spot. Andrew Fish has worked his way up. Started second to last, worked his way up into the top 5. Andrew Fish looking to make a strong run here tonight for this Dirt Car Sportsman Series. Halfway home, and Louis Jackson Jr. setting it up beautifully. Coming out of 2, down to the backstretch. He'll fire. He'll look to set his machine up in the turns 3 and 4. Fast is smooth, smooth is fast, and that is exactly what Louis Jackson Jr. is doing here tonight. Wyatt Mullen rides in second. Here comes Provost in that number 3 spot, going to look to change lanes. Wyatt Mullen's got his machine hooked up and dialed in for that number 2 spot. Provost now going to go back to the top side. He'd love to run the top side last year. Had a strong run in this sportsman event, but that right rear tire sealed over on him. So, back up front, look at the lead Louis Jackson Jr. has over this field. Half a track lead for the 18 machine. Tell me this youngster hasn't improved dramatically from his first time out a couple of summers ago. Out of turn 4, the 18 of Louis Jackson Jr. White flag on the field for him as Provost gets a little squirrely as he takes it into turn number 4. Louis Jackson Jr. He's got 2 more turns of the steering wheel to pick up another heat race win here this evening. Jackson Jr. doing a magnificent job with that machine as he puts the power to the clay as he comes out of 4. Picks up another heat race win for him, followed in second by Wyatt Mullen, Neil Provost, Ryan Arthmanot. And the 5th position will go to the M70 of Billy Cook.
Fox Hill Golf and Country Club has an early bird special that will save you money. Monday through Thursday, tee off by 11 a.m. and get 11 holes of golf with the cart for $20 or 11 holes walking for $10. Make a date on Friday. All day he pays and she plays for free. Don't forget the large driving range and practice putting green. And as always, Canadian money is at par.
Twin Leaf Fresh Express is the smart choice for feel-good, fresh food that's ready when you are. The first convenient stop in Hogansburg when driving from Messina. A food court with free Wi-Fi and plenty of room to lounge with family and friends or eat on the run. Menu items with only the freshest ingredients. Wings, pizza, salads, and sandwiches with lunch specials posted daily on Facebook. And don't forget dessert. Over 20 flavors of ice cream, shakes, slushies, and frozen yogurt. Twin Leaf Fresh Express, the smart choice for feel-good, fresh food that's ready when you are.
B&M Performance Cycles, 439 South Main Street, Messina, New York. We handle all parts, accessories, and do all repairs. We can custom build your bike for show or hot rod. We also do New York State inspections on all motorcycles. B&M Performance Cycles. Come see us today.
Action.
Green flag is out. We're back underway. Top 5 will qualify 2 to the redraw. And Dave Marcaccelli out into the early race lead. You can definitely tell Chad Canals is setting Jenna's car up. Thing pushes like a dump truck going in and slides out coming off. Field working it up into turns 3 and 4. Jenna David with a huge push in the number 2 machine. Gets it sideways in turn number 4. And it will come to a stop here in turn 4. And that might bring out the caution flag. Chad Knaus. It's not the car, it's you. Field getting set to go green off of corner number 4. Dylan Evoy way up to the top side. Coming off the turn. Green flag is out. We're back underway. As they work it up into turns 1 and 2 and down the back straightaway they go. Dylan Evoy holds down that second spot. As the 27 of Gilles Godard right there in the top 3, and Patrick Dumochel in the number 3 coming up to spot number 4. Here comes Zach Arquette in the 2EZ machine riding in spot number 5. Jenna David has jumped back up into spot number 6, making her way towards the front of the field, as Jason Federley in the 3M machine working at spot number 7. Dylan Breen in the 44 with Matthew Obey in the number 89 completing it. Down into turns 3 and 4 they go. Dave Marcaccelli leads the parade down the front straightaway. 83 of Evoy holds down that second spot. 27 of Godarn has the final redraw position at this time. Field making their way down the back straightaway. Zach Arquette in the 2EZ. Mike Arquette aboard the 2EZ out there. Zach was campaigning this ride for the majority of the season out there, but Zach giving up the reins to Mike as they head down the front straightaway. Patrick Dumochel in the number 3 machine holds down spot number 5. Jenna David right there in spot number 6 looking to close in. If she can get by Patrick Dumochel, she will be in the show. Down the back straightaway they go as Dave Marcaccelli works it up off of corner number 4 and down the front straightaway. 83 Evoy solidly into that second spot. The 27 of Godard holds down spot number 3. Mike Arquette right now in position number 4. Jenna David trying to run down Patrick Dumochel in the final couple laps here. 2 laps left to go. for the 1M or the M1 of Marchicelli as the battle for fifth rages on here. Jenna David pushes up the racetrack once again coming off the corner. Dylan Breen has looped it around in turn number 4, and the caution flag will wave here. Drivers, and right now Dave Marchicelli sitting in 4th would love to get up a couple more spots here before the end of the night. Green flag is out, back underway as the M1 of Marchicelli goes to the lead, and Jenna David is in a qualifying spot in the number 2 after problems earlier on in this race. She has jumped up into that 5th spot and now goes after Jill Goddard for position number 4 as the field works it up off of corner number 4. White flag is in the air for Dave Marchicelli. Dylan Evoy holds down spot number 2. Mike Arquette is 3rd. Jill Goddard right there in position number 4. Jenna David has drove that car back up into a qualified spot. She rounds out the top 5. Checkered flag will be waving this time around. And the 4th and final sportsman qualifying heat will go to Dave Marchicelli. Dylan Evoy to 2nd. Mike Arquette will go to the redraw. Jill Goddard and Jenna David makes it into the field in the number 2 earlier today. Larry White aboard the number 99L with Luke Whitaker in the 38, Laurent Lannister in the 23, Ryan Bartlett in the 55, Sebastian Goujon, John Mulder, Tommy Jock Jr. round out your field. 5 qualifying, top 3 go to the redraw. And right now we're 3 wide going into turns 1 and 2. Pat O'Brien on the top side. Jimmy Phelps and Dale Plank go at it. Down the back straightaway they go. They're still 3 wide. Larry White jumping up into the mix now as Dale Plank charges around the top side. He goes from 4th all the way up into spot number 2 at the stripe. But it is Danny O'Brien, your early race leader, as he rides in the number 1 spot. Dale Plank holds down 2nd. Larry White has jumped up to the 3rd and final redraw position at this time. Pat O'Brien is 4th, followed by Phelps in the 007 J machine off of corner number 4 they go. And Luke Whitaker looking to move up as well. The Storm Realty number 38 set sail off into corners 1 and 2 with the lead. Here comes Dale Plank, the natural out of Homer, New York, looking to get by Danny O'Brien for the lead. Plank comes into tonight as the series points leader, and after that great run he had in the big block race earlier today, finishing 2nd to Jimmy Phelps, he would love nothing better than to grab his 3rd consecutive series win. He's won the last 2 in a row at Cornwall and a couple of weeks ago at Autodrome Granby. He's alongside of O'Brien going down into turns 3 and 4. Danny O'Brien on the bottom, Dale Plank on the top side, and Dale Plank will grab the lead at the halfway point. 4 in and 4 more to go as we have got Tommy Jock Jr. way up high, almost catches a piece of the wall, but he brings it back down the front straightaway out of harm's way. Meanwhile, top 3 have broken away from Pat O'Brien and Jimmy Phelps right now as they work it up off of corner number 4 and down the front straightaway. Dale Plank the leader. 5 laps are complete, 3 more to go, and Danny O'Brien in that 17D works it up into that 2nd spot. Larry White holds down the 3rd and final transfer spot at this time as Pat O'Brien and Jimmy Phelps with a problem in the 007J. He is slow considerably on the backstretch, and he will be headed pit side with that car. This will bring Luke Whitaker up into the number 5 position. Laura Lattiser is 6th, followed by Sebastian Goujon, Ryan Bartlett, the 12 of John Mulder, and Tommy Jock Jr. completing the rest of your field. Off of corner number 4 we go. White flag being displayed for Dale Plank in the 77X Twin Leaf Express ride, heading down into corners 1 and 2. The 77X of Plank holds down that 2nd spot. Battle for 2nd rages on down the back straightaway as Larry White looked like he was shot out of a cannon, goes up to spot number 2, getting by O'Brien for that position. Checkered flag waves, and Dale Plank will grab heat number 1 for the Dirt Car 358 Modifieds. Plank grabs a win. 2nd will go to Larry White. Danny O'Brien, he will go to the redraw. Pat O'Brien will come home 4th, and Laura Lannister will grab the 5th and final qualifying position at this time.
Meet Peggy. She's a loyal player at Akwesasne Mohawk Casino and is bringing her brother Mark, who's new to Mohawk Casino, on Tuesday. Mark gets $15 for being a new Winners Club member, and Peggy gets $15 for bringing Mark. It's that easy. So if Peggy brings a member of her class of 64 each time she visits, then that's, well, you get the point. Visit Akwesasne Mohawk Casino this month and bring a friend. One bring a friend offer per person per day. That with your head not over it. Gambling problem? Call 1-877-846-7369.
Come and see us now, 'cause you're gonna love the wow at Bear's Den. now, 'cause you're gonna love the wow and Bears Den.
The 40 of Joel Ruano, fourth in the Cornwall points this year. Mario Clare, former Mr. Dirt champion in the 22. Jordan McCready and Double to Grow. We're in the top 3. We'll go to the redraw. Top 5 will qualify. Everybody else goes to one of the 2 consolations. Pouncing on the lead, Kerry Terrence, with Matt Billings right along with him. The battle is for third. Raby looking to hold off Courier. Chris Raby. And Courier comes around the outside, takes over third. Raby is fourth. Williamson holds down the 5th and final qualifying spot. But Terrence well out in the lead now. The battle is third and fourth. Courier and Raby. Billings sits comfortably second. Remember, as long as you make the top 3, you go to the redraw. As long as you make the top 5, you go to the feature. You've got to be in the big dance if you want to collect at the end of the night. Now the battle is loomed for 4th and 5th. Between Raby and Williamson works the outside and looking to move up. Comfortably in the lead is still Kerry Terrence. Young Matt Billings, who won Syracuse in his rookie year, holds down second. When Billings moved into Sportsman, he went to Syracuse and won the race. Obviously, he was the rookie of the race as well. Kerry Terrence continues to lead it at the halfway. Beyond the halfway, 5 complete, 3 to go. He's opening up a stronger lead. Billings comfortably second. Third is Courier. Fourth is Williamson, looking to move up and get a redraw position. Now Raby is being challenged for the 5th and final qualifying spot. Up on the outside of Raby is Mario Clare. Raby is in danger for that spot. Clare wants to get into the feature now. He does not want to wait for a Consi. White flag comes out, 7 complete, 1 remaining. Billings is second, third is Courier, fourth is Williamson. High, Clare is taken now, the 5th and final spot away from Raby. We told you it was going to be a strong heat. They're coming for the checkers. The win goes to Kerry Terrence. He'll go to the draw, as will Matt Billings. Third and going to the draw is Courier. Fourth and going to the big dance is Williamson. And rounding it out 5th and also qualifying for the final is Mario.
16 of Lance Willix with Travis Stacy in the 27. 77 of Lee Miller. And rounding out your field will be Tyler Seary. He did not take time in time trials, so he will start tail on this field. Green is in the air. Billy Dunn to the early race lead. Here comes Brad Hearn in a bit for that second spot as Peter Britton holds down the number 2 position. Hearn rides in that third spot. Tarbell looking to go out in fine style, trying to get to the outside of Brent Hearn, coming down the front straightaway in that 007 machine. Down in front they go. David Papineau has slipped up into the number 5 spot. He has got the final transfer position at this time. Brian McDonald holds down 6th with Tyler Seary into 7th. Lance Willix, Travis Stacy, and Lee Miller complete the rest of your field, but off of corner number 4 they go. Billy Dunn has had this track figured out in a small block and had a good run earlier today in his big block car, his own number 49, number 1 speed equipment machine. And right now he's taking this Mr. Rand number 23 to the front of the field in a hurry. Peter Britton out of Brisbane, Queensland, Australia, in the 21, making his second ever series appearance. Rides in that second spot. Brad Hearn now occupies the third and final redraw position at this time. The 007 of Tarbell is 4th, followed by David Papineau. Rounding out the top 5, Papineau has the 5th and final transfer position as they make their way into corners 3 and 4. Halfway sign is out, 4 in and 4 more to go, and the 23 of Dunn opening up quite a lead here on Peter Britton as he rides back there in that second spot. Almost a full straightaway advantage for our track champion, headed down into corners 3 and 4. Remember the last time the 358 Modified Series was here back in July, Billy Dunn flat out dominated the race and went on to collect the win, his first ever win. He's looking for another one here tonight as Peter Britton has had no such luck of running him down. Brett Hearn is solidly into that third spot in the 99. Then it is Roy Tarbell and David Papineau still holding on to the fifth and final transfer spot. 2 laps left to go. And Britton holds down that second spot. Brett Hearn is pulled away from Roy Tarbell as he rides in that third and final redraw position. White flag is in the air this time around for the number 23 of Dunn as Travis Stacy in the 27 goes around in turn number 2. Caution flag will wave here with 1 lap left to go. Travis Stacy in the 27. So scoreboard has been corrected. It was showing Billy Dunn as his number 49 up there, but we have switched it to the 23. Ready to go back under green. Billy Dunn, Pete Britton on the point. Green is back out. A white flag and green flag coming out. And Dunn drops it down to the inside part of the speedway, and he will grab the number 1 spot away from Britton. Down the back straightaway they go. Brett Hearn holds down the third and final redraw spot. Brian McDonald throwing one last shot at David Papineau to get the fifth and final transfer spot. He has got it for now. Checkered flag waves. Dunn will get the win. Britton and Brett Hearn, they will go to the redraw and at the line for fifth. It will go to the M96 of Brian Slim McDonald. Final transfer spot, and the checkered flag does wave here. It'll be Billy Dunn, Pete Britton, Brett Hearn. They will go to the redraw. Roy Tarbell and Brian McDonald.
Hi, I'm Mike Jones. We're here at StarTech Computer. We have computers, cellular telephones, and music equipment. We do repairs on most makes and models of computers.
StarTech, where we make things work for you.
Hey kids, do you know where Cubby and T-Bear live?
Bears Den!
If you said Bears Den, you're right. Bears Den is the home of Cubby's Birthday Club, a special club for just kids. Bears Den has a Cubby's menu just for you with yummy meals and awesome desserts. And for your birthday, you get a special treat from Cubby. Joining Cubby's Club, you'll get invited to Cubby's parades, events, and contests all over town. Cubby's Birthday Club at Bears Den Restaurant in Hogansburg, New York, the home of Cubby and T-Bear.
And the 57C of Kevin Federley. Green comes out, we're underway. Flanagan, the early leader, but lots of action. The little hammer up on the outside comes Stefan Lafrance. Sticks his nose into the lead as they go into turn 3. Flanagan look the battle back. The little hammer's got it. Flanagan a little tight going into turn 4, and the Uke tire took care of that left front wheel and tire. Their murder line is now being looked at some of the other builders. We won't mention any names on that, Tim.
Good plan.
Green will come out. LaFrance and O'Brien will lead the way. Bellinger makes a banzai move on the inside and comes right up to third. So Robbie Bellinger now in a redraw position. Zach Obertine is in fourth. And Gino Claire's looking for that fifth spot, and he's got a challenge from the outside by Kyle Dingwall. Brockville track champion who'd like to be in the big dance and would like to take that spot right now. So there's the battle, fifth place. Gino Claire and Kyle Dingwall goes in a little stronger into turn 3. LaFrance starts to open up a stronger lead on O'Brien, Bellinger, and Obertine. And Claire now is clearly taken over the fifth and final qualifying position. So Kyle Dingwall will have to get his work going here as he'll have the halfway point coming up. 4 complete, 4 to go. It's LaFrance, O'Brien, Bellinger, Obertine, and Claire in that order. The little hammer has opened up an even stronger lead. Feeling very comfortable out there now. The top 5 are clearly making their mark here. LaFrance, a full straightaway almost. On the second place of Timmy O'Brien. And third is Bellinger. But O'Brien and Bellinger know whether you're first, second, or third, you get an equal shot at the redraw. Overteen is fourth, and the fifth and final qualifying position still belongs to Gene Clare. There'll be one to go this time as the white flag comes out. LaFrance onto the final lap in this fourth and final qualifying heat. All the positions look pretty strong here now. LaFrance will be coming across nearly a half a lap ahead. He takes the number 1 spot. Second will go to Timmy O'Brien. Third and final redraw position goes to Rob Bellinger. Fourth place, Jacques Overton. Fifth, Gene Clare. They will make the big dance. And that completes the qualifying for the 358 modifieds.
And the one machine and the other number 1 of Nick Sapp. Sapp won the feature earlier this afternoon. It'll be Lemieux along with Fleming looking for green, coming out of 4. We got racing conditions here. 25 laps the distance. Now going to the top side of the speedway, the 88 of Matthew Robinson. He's got his sights set on that number 1 position. Blows by Brian Green down to the backstretch, coming into turn number 3. Lemieux on the bottom now. Coming out of turn 4, he'll lead lap number 1. Lap number 1 we scored for Réjean Lemieux. As now, Robinson going to take the bottom groove and just hug that one away. Brian Green slips back to third now, but here comes Sapp on the inside. To the outside will come the 48 machine as well. Both cars getting by Brian Green. He gets shuffled back to the 5th position here. Up front, Lemieux continues to lead on lap number 2. Robinson along there, Sapp and the 48 machine. The 48 machine is Raphael Furlan. Furlan in that number 48 car. Now the 30 of Lemieux. He's got about a 3-car length lead on the 88 machine of Matthew Robinson. He'll take it in the turn number 3. The 1 machine of Nick Sapp rides in third here as Furlan is 4th. Brian Green now as Bourget will go to the top side looking to get that number 5 position away from him, and he does so. Bourget is now in your top 5. Lemieux continues to lead here on lap number 4. Into turn number 3, now into 4 is Lemieux. Lemieux has been very steady, continues to lead on lap number 5 is Lemieux. Lemieux back to the bottom side here, being pursued by the 88 of Matthew Robinson. But here comes Nick Sapp. Like I had mentioned earlier, he won the feature earlier this afternoon. He likes the top side to get away around this speedway. Lemieux now is going to have some company as Sapp's got a great head of steam coming out of 4. Lemieux will go to the bottom as Robinson will fall back to third here. As now Furlan goes up the speedway as Bourget looks for an opening on the bottom coming out of 2 for that number 4 position. Lemieux, he is putting the pedal to the metal here, so to speak, as he'll go on the bottom groove coming out of turn number 4. Nick Sapp has found the fast way around the speedway here at Mohawk on lap number 7. He is starting to slowly reel in the leader, the 30 of Lemieux. Lemieux on the bottom. We've got a caution on the speedway. As I'm looking to see what transpired to... Brad Reef. Brad Reef has come to a stop on the consies. 2 mod consies. Bonus racing for you good folks out there in the stands tonight. It'll be Lemieux along with Sapp. Looking for green coming out of turn 4. We got green flag back underway here at the Mohawk International Raceway. The TUSA Mod Light Series action is taking place here. Here comes Sapp to the top side. Lemieux says, I don't think so. I want this one more than you do so far, as Lemieux will go to the bottom. Sapp to the top side. He pulls up along, shows a wheel, now shows a little bit more. Coming out of 4. Caution on the speedway.
Twin Leaf Fresh Express is the smart choice for feel-good, fresh food that's ready when you are. The first convenient stop in Hogansburg when driving from Messina. A food court with free Wi-Fi and plenty of room to lounge with family and friends or eat on the run. Menu items with only the freshest ingredients. Wings, pizza, salads, and sandwiches with lunch specials posted daily on Facebook. And don't forget dessert. Over 20 flavors of ice cream, shakes, slushies, and frozen yogurt. Twin Leaf Fresh Express, the smart choice for feel-good, fresh food that's ready when you are.
Supporting a green agenda, Wiley Trash Removal has been serving the community for over 40 years. Wiley Trash Removal also recycles cardboard and paper. Call 315-764-0038.
And behind them, Robinson along with the 48 of Furlan. Looking for green, coming out of 4. They got green flag. Racing conditions back underway here. Lemieux heads into turn number 1. Here comes Sapp to the top side. Sapp down to the backstretch. He'll fire. The 30 of Lemieux now rides in second. He's got Furlan to the top shelf. Here comes Furlan with a full head of steam as they come out of 4. Furlan looking to run down the 1 of Sapp. Not going to happen this lap, but Lemieux gets shuffled all the way back to 3rd. We've got another caution on the field as we've got a couple of cars get together. Matthew Shantosh, and I'm going to be looking for a green flag as they come out of turn number 3. It is Sapp. Can he make it a clean sweep? 3 for 3. Coming out of 4, they're bunching. But clean start, green flag back on the field. 9 laps in. On the bottom now, it will go to Sapp. Look at Sapp go. Breaks away from the herd, if you will. He'll take it into turn number 3 to the top side. Here comes Furlan, pedaling as fast as his little legs will let him. As he comes out of turn 4, looking to reel in the 1 of Sapp. Lemieux in 3rd. The 08 of Fleming in 4th. And rounding out your top 5, the 88 of Matthew Robinson. Robinson's going to take a peek on the inside of Fleming here, coming out of turn 2. Backs off as Fleming will slam that door shut. Nick Sapp, first time here at the Mohawk International Raceway, running a very strong race yet again here this evening. Lemieux in 3rd now, sets his sights on the 48 machine of Furlan. Furlan will go to the top side. Now to the bottom will go Lemieux. Look out, here comes Sapp once again. But back for the number 4 spot, it is Fleming and Robinson, side by side. Bourget looking to make it a 3-race lead. 3-race lead for the number 3 wide coming out of turn number 2. 3-way race for that number 5 spot. 3 wide once again as Bourget's on the top side. In the middle is Fleming. To the bottom is the 88 of Robinson. Robinson now sets his sights as he's got that number 4 spot all to himself. Halfway home, it is the number 1 machine of Sapp, your race leader. Furlan rides in 2nd, now Lemieux in 3rd. But Bourget's getting a great run on the top side. Does he have enough laps remaining to reel in the race leader of Sapp? Sapp took over on lap number 8, has not looked back since. Sapp down to the backstretch. He'll go. The 48 machine of Furlan. Here comes Bourget for the number 3 spot. Blows the doors off of Lemieux, as they go into turn number 3. Bourget now. Great run on the top side. I think he's found the fastest way around this very racy surface here tonight. Sapp now starting to lose a little bit of momentum coming out of the turns. Can he hold off the 48 machine of Furlan? Is Furlan going to drift up high enough into turn 3 to block Bourget? Bourget looking to go higher here as Furlan must have heard him behind him as he drifts up the racing surface coming out of turn number 4. That'll break the number 12 machine of Bourget. But Bourget now going to give it another try on the top side, looking to get that number 2 spot away from the 48 machine of Raphael Furlan. Now he's got the number 2 spot. Look out, here comes Bourget. Bourget on the top side, Furlan on the bottom. Furlan's got to back off here ever so slightly, and that opens the door for the 12 machine of Bourget. Bourget in the number 2 spot, looking to dial in and reel in the race leader of Nick Sapp. Sap in that number 1 machine. Beaujette, look at how fast he is coming out of the turns. Gets a lot of momentum down to the backstretch as he heads into turns 3 and 4. To the top side will go Beaujette. Now, Sap, what is he going to do? Is he going to change lanes? We'll have to wait and see on lap number 18. Sap keeps it to the bottom side of the speedway. To the top side, Beaujette seems to be getting faster as the laps go by. Averaging about 40 miles an hour are these mod lights here tonight. To the top side, Beaujette now out of turn number 4. Still has his sight set on that number 1 spot. 6 laps remaining here, 25 lap distance is the affair for the mod lights here tonight. TUSA modified event. Here comes Beaujette. Great run off of turn 2. Into turn 3, he'll fire to the top side, dancing with the devil as he heads into turn 4. Sap on the bottom, but now here comes Beaujette. Beaujette knows the fast way to around this racing surface. Beaujette pulls up alongside the number 1 machine of Sap. Here comes Beaujette. You know he's going to get a great run coming off of 2, and he does exactly that. And now he overtakes the race leader. Side by each, if you will, as they go on the turn number 4. To the top side, it will be Beaujette. Your new race leader is Jim Beaujette. Beaujette to the top side. Sap now. He's got to hit the go fast pedal if he wants to catch Beaujette. Coming out of 2. Down to the backstretch will go Beaujette. What a great streak he's got going here down to the backstretch. Beaujette likes that top side of the speedway. Dancing with the devil on the top shelf. Beaujette now, 22 laps in, 3 laps remaining here for the mod lights. It is Beaujette on the top side. To the bottom goes Nick Sap. Furlan in 3rd. In 4th, it is the 88 machine, the 08 machine of Fleming. The number 12 machine has opened up about a 10-car length lead over the number 2 car of Sap. Out of turn 2. Down to the backstretch will fire the number 12 machine of Jim Beaujette. He's got some lap traffic to contend with here as he will have white flag on the field. Beaujette, can he make the lap traffic work for him? Can the 1 machine of Sap dialing him in? Beaujette now out of turn 2. Your race leader overtook it on lap number 19. Has not looked back since. Beaujette with a great run in the turn 3. Pulls up alongside the 151 of Bailey McDonald. To the top side, Jim Beaujette, your TUSA Mod Light Series winner tonight. Followed by the 1 machine of Nick Sap, the 48 of Furlan, the 30 of Réjean Lemieux, and rounding out your top 5.
As he rolls it down into victory lane, as the good folks from Ellis Automotive, they have been here all day long, and they'll be giving the trophy to our winners this evening. And there he is, popping the top on that race car. And there he is out of the car. How about a round of applause for the 12 of Jim Beaujette? First career Mohawk feature win.
Come and see us now, 'cause you're gonna love the wow at Bear's Den. Come and see us now, 'cause you're gonna love the wow at Bear's Den.
Hey kids, do you know where Cubby and T-Bear live?
Bear's Den!
If you said Bear's Den, you're right. Bear's Den is the home of Cubby's Birthday Club, a special club for just kids. Bear's Den has a Cubby's menu just for you with yummy meals and awesome desserts. And for your birthday, you get a special treat from Cubby. Joining Cubby's Club, you'll get invited to Cubby's parades, events, and contests all over town. Cubby's Birthday Club at Bear's Den Restaurant in Hogansburg, New York, the home of Cubby and T-Bear.
Field set to go. Top 4 will go to the big dance here at the end of the night. Green flag is down. We are off and running. Up in a 1 and 2 for the first time. It will be Dana Akins grabbing the lead. Here comes Steve Barber in a bit for the number 2 spot. He's going to go around the top side of Ricky Thompson, and he grabs that second position going down into turns 3 and 4. as Barber working that payload number 80 up on the top side of the speedway, the long way around. Ricky Thompson trying to fight back on the inside, but no such luck. Cody McPherson in the number 7 is moving forward as well, and he rides in spot number 4. Jason Shipclark and the 22 of John Green going at it for 5th and 6th, and it's Thomas Cook, Sebastian Bork, and Jonathan Ferguson in that order, but off of corner number 4 they go. Dana Akins, who picked up a feature win here a little over a month ago, and that number 8 holds down the lead. Steve Barber goes way out of the ballpark, trying to get the number 1 spot away, and he is finding some bite on the very top side of the speedway coming down the backstretch. Up into turns 3 and 4 they go. Barber way upstairs on the outside part of the speedway. Dana Akins tucked right down low against the tires. Top 4 side by side, and I'll tell you what, Steve Barber is in a place where nobody has ventured to all evening long, and he is way out there trying to get that lead away, but Dana Akins using that short way around the inside line to hold off Barber for the top spot as they make their way down the front straightaway, side by side for the lead off of corner number 4. The 8 of Akins holds down the lead. Barber trying to get it away from him as Cody McPherson tries to get by Ricky Thompson in the same breath down the backstretch for 3rd. Steve Barber, your new leader, as they hit turns 3 and 4. Akins trying to battle back on the inside. Cody McPherson looking to move up as well as Ricky Thompson in the 53, side by side down in front. Halfway point, 5 in and 5 more to go, and Steve Barber is your new race leader as they make their way through turns 1 and 2. He slips up a little bit, though, coming off of corner number 2, and is able to drive away, though, from Dana Akins. About a car length separates the top 2 right now. Cody McPherson looking for room through the middle of the racetrack. He's trying to go 3 wide with Akins and Barber as they race for the lead. Meanwhile, up in front, Akins trying to get that lead back. A great 3-car battle for the top spot as McPherson goes 3 wide. They're side by side by side coming down the back straightaway. Akins on the bottom. McPherson through the middle. He grabs the lead. Here comes Barber in another bid for the top spot off of corner number 4. We're still 3 wide. And Ricky Thompson sitting back there in 4th, just loving this. He might get a transfer spot after all if something happens between the top 3 drivers. But Cody McPherson found something through the middle of the racetrack and has gone to the lead. Dana Akins trying to get it back as he goes down to the inside. Steve Barber not going away whatsoever. He rounds out the top 3 with the 53 of Thompson right there in spot number 4. Those are the top 4 transfer spots at this time. Jason Shipclark rides in 5th as Barber way out there in turn number 2, and he grabs that 3rd spot back from Ricky Thompson. Meanwhile, up at the front of the field, Cody McPherson, who struggled in his qualifying heat earlier today, has the number 1 spot with a white flag flying in the breeze. Dana Akins holds down spot number 2. Steve Barber looking to get back by Ricky Thompson in 3rd. Final time down the back straightaway for Cody McPherson, regular runner at the Merrittville and Ransomville Speedway off of corner number 4. He will grab Consi number 1 for the Dirt Car Sportsman Series. Dana Akins into 2nd, Ricky Thompson into 3rd. Steve Barber comes home in 4th. They will all go to the big show as Jason Shipclark, John Green, Jonathan Ferguson, Sebastian Bork, and Thomas Cook will...
It's a great job.
Oh, it's fantastic.
It is a long day, though.
It is very long.
We're set to go. Austin brings out the green and we're underway. Early lead. Pat Dumichel charges into the lead. They get up a little high, and things sort out as they get down the backstretch. The 70B of Josh Brockway moves into 2nd, but he's got lots of company. 3rd is the 70X of Fish. That's where they stand right now. The 270s are 2nd and 3rd. Then it's the 44 of Dylan Breen. And rounding out the top 5, the 23, Mike Stacy hanging on to the dash here. But it's going to change pretty soon here as things tighten up again. Stacy still holds down that 5th spot. But up at the front, Pat Dumichel is putting on a real strong run as he pulls away from the rest. Solidly in 2nd, Josh Brockway. And in 3rd, the other position that may make it in, but it's not over till the fat lady sings. And only 4 are going to the big dance. The rest will join you in the spectator area. Excellent job. Pat Dumichel, still your leader. The battle now shapes up between the 70s. 70B, Josh Brockway, and the 70 of the second 70 as well. So things, 44 completes it for the top 4. He has the 4th and final spot. That's Dylan Breen. Dumichel will take it down now to complete the 6th lap. Then Brockway and Fish, 2nd and 3rd. Breen holds the final card in the deal here. Stacy needs to move up one more to get into the feature. Well, there's been a correction. They're going to take 5. So that makes some guys breathe a little easier, but they don't even know it out there. They think they're running for 4, and we're going to give 5 spots. That 5th spot belongs to Adam Rozon. And that's where it ends right now. But we're still going to have 2 laps to go this time. Final 2 laps. Dumichel continues to lead. A pair of 70s, Brockway and Fish, 2nd and 3rd. The 44 of Breen. And rounding it out, the 3M, holding down that final spot, Adam Rozal. 1 lap to go. The white flies now. Keep up in those positions and you make it into the feature. The top 3 cars look real solid. There is a bit of a challenge in 4th and 5th as we head for the checkers. The win will go to Pat Dumichel, followed by Brockway and Fish. 4th place, Breen, and the final position goes to Adam Rozal. And that completes the qualifying for the Sportsman Division.
Come and see us now, 'cause you're gonna love the wow at Bearsden. Come and see us now, 'cause you're gonna love the wow at Bearsden.
B&M Performance Cycles, 439 South Main Street, Messina, New York. We handle all parts, accessories, and do all repairs. We can custom build your bike for show or hot rod. We also do New York State inspections on all motorcycles. B&M Performance Cycles. Come see us today.
Fox Hill Golf and Country Club has an early bird special that will save you money. Monday through Thursday, tee off by 11 a.m. and get 11 holes of golf with the cart for $20 or 11 holes walking for $10. Make a date on Friday. All day he pays and she plays for free. Don't forget the large driving range and practice putting green. And as always, Canadian money is at par.
Field set and ready to go. Ten laps is the distance. Green flag is out. Luke Whitaker, Chris Raby up to the early race lead here as Sebastian Goujon now has that 3rd spot. Pierre Dagenet and Steve Bernard go at it for 4th and 5th. Meanwhile, look at Ryan Bartlett go down on the inside. He's trying to pick off spot number 5 from Steve Bernard, and he will do so as Jordan McCready in the 93, the 40 of Joel Toron have at it. Meanwhile, up at the front of the field, Luke Whitaker and Chris Raby are waiting for nobody. They have charged away by about 5 car lengths over the 44 of Goujon, who rides in that 3rd position. Then it's Pierre Dagenet in the 124. Bartlett down to the inside part of the speedway. Nearly clipped a tire coming off of corner number 4. And he did that earlier on in the Big Block Modified Series race. Cost him a right front spindle and a host of other problems as well. Right now he rides in 4th. Dagenet, like a shot out of a cannon down the back straightaway, pulls alongside of Ryan Bartlett going into turns 3 and 4. And he clears him coming down the front straight. Now he'll try to make an attempt again after Goujon for spot number 3, as we're 3 wide for 7th, 8th, and 9th out there. Jordan McCready on the inside. Jimmy Phelps through the middle. He picks up spot number 7, and he has to go forward in a hurry because he has to race his way into this event. Meanwhile, up in front, Luke Whitaker and Chris Raby having no problems. They lead the way 1 and 2. The 44 of Goujon holds down 3rd. Bartlett is 4th, and now Phelps is moving up closer to the top 5. Down the back straightaway they go as Phelps rides in 6th. Joel Dwaron is 7th. Jordan McCready up to spot number 8. 9th is Steve Bernard. John Mulder is 10th, followed by Tommy Jock Jr. completing the field in 11th. Off the corner they go. The battle is on for the number 4 position. Sebastian Goujon has 3rd all to himself, and Phelps right through the middle once again. He tried this several times in the big block race, and it worked out for him, and right now he is in a spot to go to the feature event. Phelps has jumped up to spot number 4 and looking for more right now off the turn, and McCready around collects a tire right by the VP Racing Fuels making PowerPoint sign. 5th, Joel Dwaron, Pierre Dagenet, Steve Bernard, John Mulder, Jordan McCready, and Tommy Jock Jr. has gone off the speedway to the pit area, so he will not be able to qualify for this race. Green flag is back out. Whitaker back into the lead. Steve Bernard trying to make some moves forward as Phelps has gotten into a qualified position now. He rides in that 3rd spot, and he's looking to get by Raby. And remember, Phelps started in spot number 11 and is already up into the top 3, just past the halfway point. Coming around, he gets by Raby now for position number 2. Down the front straightaway, Raby looking to fight back, finds some bite on the bottom, and goes up into spot number 2, but here comes Phelps back after him in turn number 1. Followed that by Sebastian Goujon in the 44. He rides in 4th. Steve Bernard flies by the 55 of Ryan Bartlett to pick up 5th. Up into turns 3 and 4 they go. Luke Whitaker has the lead, but Jimmy Phelps going back to his old tricks in the big block race, getting right down against those tires. As the field rages on down the back straightaway, the 38 of Whitaker, that Storm Realty number 38, holds down the lead. Jimmy Phelps trying everything in the books to get by him. Phelps is in a qualified spot at this time, but he wants to get the lead away. White flag is in the air. The more positions you pick off, the farther forward you start in the feature, and Phelps has the lead, or has that 2nd spot. Whitaker has the number 1 position going into turns 3 and 4. They're side by side, wheel to wheel, going into turns 3 and 4. Checkered flag will wave. Drag race to the line. Phelps by a nose. Jimmy Phelps grabs the win from the back to the front.
7T of Travis Stacy, and alongside is the 57C of Federley. Then Lee Miller and Tommy Flanagan. Green is out. 10 laps. Top 3 will be added to the feature lineup. Papineau pounces on the lead, but he'll have company here in a hurry. Chiquen back in 3rd. A good move. Siri up to 2nd. They're the top 3. Dingwall is 4th. 1 position out. Papineau running for his life because he knows they're going to bear down. 2nd is Siri. 3rd is Chiquen. 4th is Dingwall. And everybody else looking to get into the mix. Dingwall challenges on the inside of Chiquen. And here comes Lance Willix in 5th. He wants a piece of the action. In the meantime, Papineau looking to hold off Siri up front. They're your top 2 as we complete lap number 3. 10 laps the issue. Top 3 advance. Dingwall charging on the inside of Chiquen. Hanging on for life, but Dingwall puts the nose out. Chiquen battles back off of turn number 2. Here comes Dingwall at the bottom. Lee Miller's got a problem, and he's slowing down and going to the pits as well as Welling. Papineau is not having an easy life of it, but the yellow comes out. Green is out. Papineau looking to get the lead back. Puts his nose out front. Siri works the inside. And here comes Flanagan. He's come from the rear. and now works on the inside is Chiquen. Dingwall is back to 5th. They're taking 3. Flanagan all the way from 10th to 3rd and now going for 2nd place. He showed you why. He's up there in the series points, and he just has to battle back and be in the feature. He is now 2nd. He started 10th. The leader is Siri, then it's Flanagan, then it's Papineau, Chiquen, Dingwall, and Willett. There'll be 3 to go next time. In 7 laps, going from 10th to 2nd, and it looks like he wants a little bit more of that. He wants to move up. Remember, the positions decide where you start in the final, and he'd like to move up 1 more. Make it a little better for the start of the final. But Siri is looking strong in the lead. Flanagan 2nd, the 3rd and final spot belongs to Dave Papineau in the 188. Then Dingwall coming up to challenge Chiquen for 4th. Halfway point, 5 complete, 5 to go. A battle for the lead and a royal battle for 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Here comes Flanagan from the back looking to be the leader. 1 lap, the white flies. Papineau hanging on. Flanagan takes over the lead. He's gone from 10th and now he's headed for the checkers. Tommy Flanagan is 1st. 2nd is Siri. And now the battle for the 3rd and final spot will belong to Dave Papineau. But what a great run that was. So the positions for the 358 modified final are set.